hope you're all doing well out there, and welcome back to the channel for another 1/6 scale figure unboxing and review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Sly Stallone Shop 1/6 scale take on none other than MARION Cobretti, aka Cobra, from the 1986 Sly actioner of the same name. The review will take the usual format. We'll have a quick look at the box, then we'll be diving down onto the table for a look at all the accessories that come with your figure. Then it will be out with the cure himself, onto the stand, onto the turntable for a close-up look, and then we'll be wrapping the whole thing up with the usual showcase at the end, like we always do. But just before we get into the box, I'd like to say a massive thank you to everyone who's subscribed to the channel. Your support, your feedback, your enthusiasm is really appreciated. Massive thank you for that. And if you haven't already, please hit that bell notification icon, hit that subscribe button. We have a lot more content coming up on the channel, some of which we will list as we always do before we zip over to the showcase at the end. And for those of you new to the channel as well, when we hit 1,000 subs, we will be having a 6 scale figure giveaway. So there's that to look forward to as well. So before we get started, a bit of background. Now, one of those strange stories that can only come out of Hollywood. Sly was originally cast to play Axel Foley in Beverly Hills Cop, but apparently didn't like the humour in the script, so he rewrote it to a much more darker and violent affair. The studio weren't happy with Stallone's rewrites or his take on the idea at all, so they parted company, and Stallone took a lot of those ideas that he'd had for Beverly Hills Cop, and a year or two later put them all into Cobra. So let's get this out of the way from the get-go. Cobra is a pretty awful movie, in my opinion, even by 80s standards. Wafer-thin plot, cliched script, pedestrian direction, and essentially Stallone's take on Dirty Harry, minus the charm and the plot, shall we say. So why, Mr. Go Figure, have you got a 6 scale figure from a movie you don't like? I hear you all cry. Well, I love the 80s, good, bad and indifferent. I don't own a Sly Stallone Shop figure, that's another reason. And the movie definitely falls into the category of so bad it's good, once again, in my opinion. So that's why we're looking at him today. I thought I'd missed out on this figure, but I've been lucky enough to bag one. It's brand new in, unopened, so it's completely new to me. But that's enough of my odd relationship with Cobra. Let's have a look at this box itself, and a very nice box it is too. What you're greeted with once you open up the shipper that he comes in is this rather nice artist rendition of what looks like the poster art from the movie itself. It's Stallone as Cobra, but in this stylized paint job that the artist has done, and very nice it is too. It really is impressive and captures that 80s spirit and the film's aesthetic as well. So yeah, you've got that all over the front of the box. Top of the box it says Cobra in the lettering that they use for the film. 1/6 scale collectible action figure. Bring it round to the side, you've got Cobra once again, a continuation of that artwork. Same story on the other side. Let's have a look at what's on the top. On the top you've got this rather nice red Cobra. 1/6 scale collectible action figure there. On the bottom you've got the Sly Stallone Shop branding with the website, and on the back you've got, there's quite a lot going on the back. You've got a picture of the figure on the stand, there's some shots of the accessories in the stand, you've got MARION Cobretti at the top, Sly Stallone's signature, and all the usual warnings and credits at the bottom there. Don't piss this figure off, or you might wake up in the morning to find that all the pizza in your house has been cut up with scissors. So yeah, that's the box itself. It's a simple, relatively straightforward slipcover design. We'll actually just take this off so you can get a look underneath. And what we've got here is the usual story. It's a clear plastic window here, so you can see the figure underneath. On the sides, nice little touch. It says, "You're a disease," and around the other side, "And I'm the cure." And on the back, you've got, I believe, what is a stylized shot of Stallone himself from the film. And once again, all the usual warnings and bits and pieces at the bottom there. So, yep, that's the box. Very nice it is too. Loving this artwork. So, without further ado, let's crack those seals. Let's break this box open and dive down onto the table and have a look at all the bits and pieces that he comes with. Okay, so here we are down on the table with all the accessories that come with your Cobra figure, and there is quite a lot of it, so we'll zip through as quickly as we can. We'll start with the hands as we always do. You know me and my hands. There's a fisted pair already on the figure, 2 spare sets, so you've got 3 pairs in total, a total of 6 hands. They're all gloved, which is befitting the character. Let's grab one at random. You've got 2 trigger hands. We'll take a look at one of these. Let's have a look at the sculpt on this. Looks pretty good. Yeah, you've got some creasing in there. There's some ruffling around the wrist area. Yeah, I mean, they're black gloves. They've been painted well, so you get that sort of that leather effect, that leather look. So yeah, some nice paint applications. Let's do the firmness test. Oh yeah, we've got a soft to medium here, which I think is my preferred hand tension for gripping accessories. So tends to cut out the need for hot water or hairdryer. So yeah, that's one of the trigger finger hands. Let's take a look at one of the relaxed hands. Same story here. Some nice, the same paint applications, the same creasing in there. Yeah, and actually, if I can get this close enough in, the paint applications themselves have been textured. I don't know whether the camera's picking this up, but to give it that leather look, yeah, that is actually quite impressive when you get up close with this, because it gives it that leather effect look really well. So yeah, impressed with the hands. We're off to a good start, so we'll put those to one side. What else do you get? Let's get this out of the way. I'm not taking this out of the bag because I don't want to crease it, bend it, or otherwise damage it. You get this rather nice print of the box art itself, with the credits on the back here of everyone who was involved. You know, the head sculpt artist, the person responsible for the box art. Yeah, a really nice addition, that. I believe one of these came with the Rambo figure from the Sly Stallone Shop as well. But yeah, just a nice addition, and it's really great to have that sort of that box art captured in slightly smaller form. So you can do with that as you will. You can display that with the figure, which I might do actually. Get a little stand on it and pop it in there with the figure in the display. Just gives you that extra dimension. But yeah, for the time being, it's staying in the plastic so it doesn't get damaged. So we'll put that to one side. What else do you get? We'll get the boring stuff out the way. 2 spare wrist pegs, nice to see. Put those to one side. Let's take a look at the weaponry. Yeah, we'll look at the weaponry next. You get 2 grenades. Now I'll try and get these into camera here, get this camera to focus, because the paint applications on here look really nice. As I said, this is a brand new figure. It's new to me, so this is the first time I've seen these accessories. But yeah, all sculpted plastic, I believe, but you've got a 6 scale pin in there. I think that might be metal, actually, that pin. Yeah, that pin is actually metal by the looks of it. But yeah, there's some nice dry brushing on here to give them that slightly worn look. The sculpt is nice, the paint applications are nice, and just overall very well done. So yeah, that's you get 2 of those, so 2 6 scale grenades. We'll put those to one side. Let's take a look at the guns. Now, viewers to my channel will know I am no gun expert, so I can't tell you the make and model of this gun, but what I can tell you is it's very screen accurate. The paint applications on here are really nice. It actually says Colt something on there, so yeah, it is a Colt of some description. But yeah, paint applications are really nice. The sculpt is very good. The hammer is cocked and is not movable. What struck me straight away was the actual trigger, which has been cut out and painted silver. That is screen accurate, and of course they've done a really nice job on this sort of faux ivory handle with the Cobra head on it, and that's reflected on both sides. Yeah, paint applications on that are really nice. I am not sure whether that's a transfer or whether that's been painted on, but either way, it's really effective. So yeah, great sculpt, great paint applications, and 100% screen accurate as far as I can see. So yeah, that's the handgun. let's take a look at the, well, I'm going to call it a submachine gun, but I'm assuming that's what it is. I have no idea what make or model this is, or although it does say something on the side there, which I'm not quite making out. Jellymatic, perhaps? Not sure, but yeah. If anybody knows the model of this particular weapon, please let me know in the comment section below. I'm not 100% certain, but yeah, paint applications are nice. The sculpt looks screen accurate. I wonder if this magazine is removable. Yes, it is. No sculpted in bullets here, unfortunately, but removable magazine. It's got some silver highlights on the what I can only believe is the sight section there. That's reflected. Oh, we'll flip it round because it's slightly different on the other side. What you've got on the side here is fire. Looks like where the bullets are ejected. You've got this red spot on here, and I believe this whole thing comes apart so that you can actually sort of replicate the scene where he was actually building the gun. I believe. Oh yeah, this part comes away. So yeah, you can have him cleaning his weapon if you want to replicate that scene from the film. But yeah, very nice sculpt, very nice paintwork, and screen accurate as far as I can tell. So yeah, all going well so far. So weapons are good. What else do you get? There's his badge. Where would Cobra be without his badge? Try and get this into camera, into shot, and get the camera to focus on this. The detailing on this badge is very, very good. The paint applications are excellent. It says Lieutenant, Los Angeles Detective, 52386. I can actually read all that. There's some gold paint application underneath the lettering. Then there's the silver, what looks like eagle at the top. Yeah, just very, very nice work there. Very intricate, very well done. And on the back of it, it's all one piece of sculpted plastic. And on the back here, you've got the clip, so you can have it in his belt, on his jacket, or wherever you see fit. So yeah, that's the badge. The chain. Now, this is very, very small, and really it is what it says on the tin. It's a silver chain to go around his neck. So yeah, there's his chain. You also get this watch, and that's another very, very nice sculpt as well. I have to say, this is my first foray into Sly Stallone Shop 6-scale figures, and so far the attention to detail I am very, very impressed with. This 6-scale watch, and it looks like a tag to me. I mean, I don't know whether he wore a tag, but it looks like they've attempted to do a 6-scale tag here. And the detailing on here is really, really good. The paint applications on the face, the white around the bezel itself. I think that is one of the best 6-scale watches I've seen in a long, long time. So, yeah, props to the Sly Stallone Shop. So that's your watch. Let's take a look at his sunglasses. Now, yeah, the sunglasses are a vital part of Cobra, I think. And it looks like they've done these really, really well. As always, I'm going to issue my standard be careful with 6-scale glasses warning. They can be exceptionally flimsy and brittle and can break very easily, and then are almost impossible to replace. But yeah, these are done very, very well. They've got that mirrored, smoked out, almost purple effect in the lenses. The frames themselves are all black. They're that owl-shaped lens with the slightly raised ridge. Yeah, they just look exceptionally accurate and very, very well done. But as I say, exercise caution as always with these things. So we'll put those to one side. Before we get to the stand, you also get these 3 6-scale matches. Now, I've not taken these out of the plastic simply because, as viewers to my channel will know, I have sausage fingers. I struggle with 1/6-scale cigarettes, never mind 1/6-scale matches. So I will take them out before we get him posed up for the showcase at the end. But for the time being, I'm going to leave them residing in this little plastic bag, simply because I don't want to lose any of them. But yeah, what you've got there are 3 6-scale matches, very well sculpted, red on the end there. And as I understand it, it's a case of simply ramming these in his mouth and hoping that they stay there, but we'll try that off camera. So yeah, 3 6-scale matches. Let's take a look at this harness. Now, this is very nice. Now this is the harness that obviously that he wore in the film. Now I believe that these clasps on here are metal, and I think, I could be mistaken, and please somebody correct me in the comment section below if I'm getting this wrong, but I think this is leather. I did the sniff test just before we started this take and it smells like leather to me. Can't be 100% certain, but it actually feels like leather as well. I'm hoping it is, but it's just very, very well sculpted. From the perforations in there are really well done. The metal, the metal buckles are all really nicely done, and it just looks very, very good. And I'm going to hazard a guess that this is actually leather. Now there are 3 pouches for carrying the extra machine gun clips, and they simply, I've opened one of them off camera because they can be a little bit fiddly. I'm not the world's biggest fan of these sort of 1/6 scale plastic press clips, because especially if you're working with pleather, you can crease it, you can get marks on it when you're trying to take them on and off. So I've just opened one off camera just to show you that inside you get some spare magazines for the automatic weapon itself. Once again, no bullets sculpted in there, which is a shame to see, but that's a minor niggle. So yeah, we will put this harness on him when we bring him out, probably for the shirt off look. But yeah, very, very nice work. And if that is leather, I am suitably impressed. So yeah, that's the harness. And finally, this base. Now, where to begin with this base? I really, really do like this base. I mean, I'd seen it before, obviously getting the figure itself, and I think they've done, Sly Stallone Shop have done a fantastic job here. Now, it feels like a very heavy plastic to me. It's got some heft to it, this base. Let's take a look at the bottom first. What you've got are 4 foam pads on the bottom, which is nice to see. So if you've got this on glass or on a shelf, it's not going to move around too much, but I don't think it would anyway, simply because of the weight you're looking at here. The centre is just one piece of smooth plastic with a slot for the crotch grabber. It's this stuff on the side that's going on the side here that's really great. It's this Cobra effect on the side. You've got scales on here. There's multiple paint applications. If the camera's picking this up, there's sort of yellow at the bottom here, and then they grade through into almost a red on the top. Just really, really nicely done. And then there's this Cobra head in front and center, and the paint applications and sculpt on there are really nice. There's yellow touches around the hood, at the top of the hood there, and underneath the mouth. There's a sort of a purpley colour on the interior of the mouth. The fangs and the inside are painted white. You've got red paint for the eyes there. Just the whole thing is really, really great. I do like this base an awful lot. I think they've done a fantastic job here. Yeah, as I say, props to Sly Stallone Studio on this base and the other accessories as well. So there you have it. That's the base. Oh yeah, also comes with your standard issue crotch grabber. Almost forgot to mention, which simply clips into the base at the back there. So yeah, that's all the accessories. So without further ado, let's bring out the Cure himself, get him onto this rather fantastic stand, onto the turntable, and find out what he's all about. Okay, so here he is. It's Sly Stallone himself as Cobra, straight out of the box, straight onto the turntable and the stand. No accessories, no poses, just as he came out of the box. First impressions. Well, I've done my research on this figure prior to getting it, but first impressions are very, very good. The proportions look absolutely spot on. The outfit looks great and 100% screen accurate. The head sculpt, well, we'll come to the head sculpt. Yeah, just overall, it looks very, very good. And as a rendition of Sly as Cobra, I think it is. It's looking very, very good indeed. But we'll do what we always do. We'll start at the bottom and work our way up. So let's stop him from spinning and get him into shot without cutting the top of his head off. We will get him off the stand at some point as well so we can have a close-up look, but we'll just do the usual start at the bottom and work our way up bit. Let's start with these feet. Now, what you've got here, as I say, this is new to me, this figure, so you'll have to bear with me. It feels like these boots go quite a way up, actually. I'm not sure whether that's the leg underneath there or the boot, but let's see if we can't lift these jeans up. These jeans aren't going to move, but it feels like these boots, I'll check the other side, they go to about here. They go to about mid-calf. But I can't really get these jeans up, but what we can see of the boot itself is really nicely sculpted. I'm not sure whether these are leather or pleather. They feel like plastic, sculpted plastic actually. It's got a bit of a stacked heel. Not sure whether the camera's picking that up. I'll just move him back a little bit. It's got a stacked heel, which is screen accurate, but the paint applications look quite nice. It feels like they are plastic, but it's almost got a leather feel to them. I think maybe what they've done there is the same paint applications they used on the gloves to give it that leather look and feel. But yeah, very, very nicely done and very, very screen accurate. Let's take a look at these jeans. Now, the fall of these jeans looks absolutely spot on to me. Tight around the thigh area with a little bit of looseness coming down the legs, a little bit of creasing in there, but nothing too substantial. The length is absolutely spot on. The stitch work in there, in actual fact, let's get him off the stand so we can get him into shot to have a look at the stitch work here. Hope the camera's getting this. The stitch work on these jeans is really, really nice. There's some weathering on there around the front of the jeans itself. The stitch work around the crotch area is really, really good. There are visible stitch lines in there, but the 6 scale stitch work is if the camera will focus, is very good around the bottom of the jeans. The hidden crease in there is really nice. Let's bring it round to the back. Yeah, that stitch work is continued round the back. The quality of that stitch work, just very, very nice. The material feels very good. Feels like a denim. It's not too thick, not too thin. It just falls well, fits well, and is screen accurate. And the colour is right too. So let's have a look at this jacket. Now, this jacket is a cotton material. There's no lining in there, but yeah, the cut is 100% screen accurate. The fit is as well. I don't think there was any point in the film where he had this jacket closed, but the cut, that sort of V80s style with the slightly broader shoulders. It's got pockets in there. I don't think they're functioning pockets. I'd have to no, they're not functioning pockets, but you've got 6 scale buttons down the front. And I only just noticed this, although I had heard it in other reviews. The bottom of this jacket is actually wired. Yeah, that's a nice touch. So yeah, the bottom is wired. Looks like there's a little bit of marking on on that shirt there. That might have just been from transit. What you've got underneath is collarless black shirt with a couple of 6 scale white buttons in there. Yeah, once again, that is screen accurate. The belt on these trousers feels like it's a nylon material, and the buckle itself, which I'll bring him around so you can see this buckle. We'll just pull this jacket back a little bit, and the buckle there, I believe, is plastic on on this belt, which is once again completely screen accurate because that's how Stallone wore the belt as the character in the film. So yeah, the belt is good, jeans are good. Jacket is in proportion. The material is nice. It feels like quite a, I won't say it's thin or thick. It's a sort of a medium size, a medium weight of cotton that they've used there. The collar is nicely done. Let's bring him round and take a look at the back. The proportions here really, really are spot on. You've even got the 2 tighteners on either side. To tighten the jacket up, and I think these buckles, once again, as with the harness, are actually metal as well. Yeah, the stitch work is great. I can't really fault this outfit. I really can't. What we'll do is we'll cut to him without this jacket on, because there are, depending on how you want it, there are 2 main looks here. There's jacket on and jacket off. So we'll take the jacket off. We'll cut to a look at him without the jacket on, but. Yeah, proportions are absolutely nailed. They're nailed on, these proportions. They really are. I am assuming here that the Sly Stallone Shop are using their own particular body. There's no padding in this to bulk it out in areas, so it's not as though they've taken an industry standard body and then tried to make it look like Stallone. Looks like this body's been made from the ground up specifically for this for Stallone and for this character. But yeah, proportions look fantastic. The cut is really, really nice. The materials are great. Just absolutely spot on. Let's have a look at this head sculpt now. Let's get him off this stand. Push this stand back a bit, and let's get this head sculpt into shot now. This head sculpt. I'm going to be a bit controversial here. This is my, as I mentioned at the top there, this is my first Sly Stallone Shop figure. And I was going to pick up the Rambo First Blood figure, but there was something off about that head sculpt for me. And I think I've, over a period of time, I've realised what it is. And it's the eyes. There was something not quite right about the eyes. So I ended up picking up the 3-0 First Blood figure. And that to me was far more accurate. Now, this head sculpt, I mean, let's go through it a bit at a time. I mean, first of all, it's not a fixed neck head sculpt. But the body that they've got on here has obviously been very, very well sculpted to resemble that physique of Stallone in the film. And as you can see, the musculature underneath that shirt is absolutely spot on. The chest is in proportion. The paint applications on the neck and the body match the head sculpt perfectly, and the paint applications on this head sculpt are really, really good. The 5 o'clock shadow is very, very well painted, with a slight stressing on the moustache area, on the top lip. The lips are really, really well sculpted and painted. There's multiple paint applications on here to give that skin that depth and that texture. Eyebrows absolutely spot on. Nose absolutely spot on. I still think there's something slightly off about these eyes. Now, I think there's only one way to test this for me, and that's to put the glasses on. I think it suffers, and this is just my opinion. I'm going to put it out there. This is just my opinion, so please don't hang me for this, but I think those eyes are ever so slightly off. They're not as off as the First Blood figure, but to me they're slightly off. The hair. Now, the hair is very good. I mean, there are individual strands in there. It's the right style. I think it looks just a touch cartoony for me. There's a softness in that hair that could be slightly better. Although the style is right, I just think it comes off as a tad cartoony in places. But that's a minor niggle. These eyes, I mean, they're nice and glassy, they are well painted, they are well sculpted, but I don't know, just a tad off, this head sculpt, ever so slightly. But what we'll do when we put some of the accessories on him is we'll attach the glasses, and that will do it for me. If that's still there, if it disappears when those glasses are put on, then maybe that might confirm my suspicions. But what are your thoughts on this? Is it me? Is this actually absolutely spot on? I mean, it's 95% there, in my opinion, but it's not 100%. Still an excellent head sculpt, though, and unmistakably Stallone in Cobra, but just something perhaps ethereal there that's not quite sitting perfectly with me. But yeah, that's the head sculpt. So there you have him. That's Cobra in all his glory. Final thoughts and opinions. It's a tough one, this. There's a couple of things, actually. I mean, we won't give our thoughts. I won't give my final thoughts and opinions right now, because what I'm going to do actually is we're going to take that jacket off. We're going to have a quick cut. I'm going to take that jacket off camera. We're going to add some of the accessories and see how he looks unjacketed, and then we'll go with the final verdict. So without further ado, let's remove the jacket and cut to the other look. Okay, so off camera, we've removed the jacket and added a few of the accessories. We have added the harness, the wristwatch, the badge, a grenade, and probably most importantly is those glasses, but we'll get to that. Fair to note at this point as well, didn't realise that this jacket is actually lined. Now, the lining on this jacket is very, very nice, but also one great thing about it is that the material they've used here is just excellent for removing the jacket from the figure itself. A lot of the times, getting jackets off, 6-scale jackets off, can be quite problematic. But this has got it's got a smooth but quite hard wearing lining to it, which is almost friction free. So the jacket comes off remarkably easily. Just a case of bending the arms back there, and yeah, it comes off and goes back on exceptionally easily. So props there on that jacket, very well made, very well thought through. But yeah, other things to note as well when you take the jacket off. The first thing that I noticed, and it's we'll stop him from spinning again so we can see this in a bit more detail, are these forearms. Now the sculpting on this body, the type of body they used is very, very good indeed. We'll just lift him off and hope none of the accessories come with him, but I'll try and get this into camera. But the sculpting on these forearms is really, really good. The skin texture, the paint applications there, there's veining, there's musculature. They're just really, really good and very, very well done. Rather than just going for a standard body and knowing people that would like to have him in this particular look from the film without the jacket on, the body itself, and this is actually continued throughout the body. You can actually feel the musculature through here. I'm pretty certain if I was to take this shirt off, that would be continued throughout the entire body itself. So yeah, props there to the Sly Stallone Shop for that. The body is phenomenal. This shirt as well, very well tailored, very well fitted, pretty much screen accurate as well. It falls very, very nicely. Absolutely spot on in every department. Minor niggles, that chain around his neck is most certainly too big. If you actually, I mean, you can see this on the box here, and if you've seen the film, you'll know it's quite a thin chain he's got around his neck. And but mind you, I suppose it would have to be a compromise to have a chain that thin around his neck. Is going to be difficult, and it's going to break very, very easily. But yeah, minor niggle there, and it's very simple to get on. The head sculpt simply pops straight off, and just pop the chain on over, and then head back on again. Down to this head sculpt again now. This is sort of put the nail in the coffin for me. Well, not the nail in the coffin. That's the wrong expression. But it's sort of reconfirmed what I was thinking. And as I say, this is just my opinion. But I'm going to get him into shot again so you can see this. I think with the glasses on, that is absolutely 100% Stallone as Cobra. The head sculpt is phenomenally good. However, when I take those glasses off, and this happens, I've found happens with an awful lot of figures, especially ones wearing glasses or dark glasses. You can still see those eyes underneath the glasses, but once those glasses come off, I'll do this on camera, and hopefully you can see what I mean here. Although these glasses do not want to come off at this point. No, they don't. No, they absolutely don't want to come off. No, they're not having it. No. Here we go. They've actually come off. Now, without the glasses, I'm getting that there's something slightly off feeling again. Yeah. So I will be posing this figure with the glasses on. It's not a deal breaker for me, but I think it suffers with the same thing that the Rambo head sculpt suffered from, is those eyes. Yeah, but that's just my opinion, as I say. So let's pop him back onto the stand and onto the turntable, and go with final thoughts. In actual fact, I might put these glasses back on at this point, just so we can take another look at what he actually looks like. I've got to be super careful here because I'm doing this at a distance and I don't want to damage these glasses. They do hook on really well, by the way, when you get them right. So let's get them on there. Yeah, so there we go. Now, to me, that is a much, much better look. But as I say, that's just my opinion. So final thoughts on this guy. Right, let's get him spinning again. So, tailoring, phenomenal. Screen accuracy, on point. The body, superb. Just superb. I love the fact that they have done a one-off body here, and it's 100% accurate. Accessories, exceptional. This base, phenomenal. Absolutely an amazing figure by one niggle, and I will go back to maybe two niggles. That hair is slightly soft, and it's those eyes. If I was going to have to score this, if you put a gun to my head, Cobra style, and asked me to score this out of 10, I would have to give it a 9. Yeah, 8.5, 9. I think the only two things that let it down are the eyes on that head sculpt, and maybe that hair's a little bit too soft. Apart from that, it is absolutely phenomenal. And those are things I'm willing to overlook because I think the overall package here is simply phenomenal. It really is. So if you're a fan of 80s cheese, if you are a Stallone fan, or if you're just a fan of quality 6-scale figures, I can't recommend this figure enough, with those caveats, obviously. But there you have it. That is Sylvester Stallone, aka Cobra, from the movie of the same name. So what are your thoughts on this figure? Do you have it in your collection? Is it me? Am I not seeing this right? Please let me know in the comment section below. I'd be fascinated to hear your thoughts on this one. But yeah, I suppose all that remains for me to say is I hope you've enjoyed this review. I hope it's been useful. If you're thinking of getting this figure, if you've already got this figure, thank you for watching. And before we zip over to the mini showcase, yeah, just a quick roundup of what's in the pipeline. What's coming over the horizon? We're going to have our first foray into Susu toys. With the comedian and Ozymandias from Watchmen. We have got Fishbones, our first venturing into Fishbones as well. It'll be interesting to see what they've got to offer with, I think it's the V figure and the Michael Corleone figure. We have got Present Toys, Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men. That's due in pretty soon. Redmond Toys, Dracula Blue. That's somewhere on the horizon, if not coming over it as we speak. And of course, the in-art Batman that we've all been waiting for. Sounds like it might be on its way, so that's another one to look forward to. And mixed in with all the new reviews, there'll be retro reviews and showcases and all kinds of stuff. So please, as I said before, hit that bell notification icon, hit that subscribe button so you're not missing anything. And all it remains for me to say is a massive thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. From myself, from Marion Cobretti, happy collecting, and it's over to the showcase.